I I agree. I agree, but Mary Ann, Ghana for the Obeka here since we be do so no nanye or any ope on tea. Few of us now the times. So let's continue. So about the operational team. Um the purpose of the operational team um is in the bylaws. So you can find it in the bylaws. So Yapa ho ana. Okay, so operation team is also known as the management team. So earlier on I said, sir, the purpose of the management team and the operation team is that in order for the thing not to be on just some few people and it wouldn't be one person show, no, we created the operational team so that people will have specific tasks doing in the organization, and those doing the specific tasks, will have leaders who supervise and also bring initiatives. So we created a position for the head of the arts team, who will also be the digital community manager, then on-field projects operations team. Boating, I think Boating, whenever Boating is where Boating is in the network, he has network issues. So I think maybe that's why he hasn't joined, or he's trying to join and he's unable to. Then we have Docker's box team, then the health team lead, then the coordinator, then the printables. So I'll try and summarize the roles of everyone. Then if there are questions, then we just bring it up. Like because some of these positions are self-explanatory. So if their position be a Montiasen, then you ask a question. Then the Hope Diary lead missions and related courses, transport and logistics and internal affairs. Then the role. So developing and implementing the mission. So our mission is to resource for Christ to show of love. Then our vision is to be an organization which will present the youth opportunity to work on projects that will be an example of Christ's love. Then the goals are in the bylaws. So then leading and managing the various teams. We seem to have very dormant teams and very dormant groups, and so we want to use this method to revive most of these groups. So with that one, my okay, Rain, you have a question.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to give a heads up so that if I go offline, it wouldn't be as if it was intentional. My battery is fine at 5%, and I'm not home. I'm just going back home from parking.
Okay, we are praying that it will not go. It will not go off.
It's a battery saver though, so I pray it will like it. Thank you.
You are welcome. Yes, we want to. So I think one of the first tasks I think any of you the leaders can do, apart from I think some of I think the Hope Diary and the Hope Diary and the Bags team, I think those who have the teams, I think one of the things you can do is you start assembling your team. You target most of the younger members, now we have a lot of new people who are very young. You do hard, they are even in SS, so you can target some of these people and you bring them to your team so that age will not catch up with them and you lose them. That's one. And also you can also get people who are there in the organization and they are very committed. So you bring them to your team. You think they are interested in the course you are running, then you bring them to your team. So because I think for the back team, we have a team. For the back team, I think those who are in the team, they are already active people. And for the diary team to read, I'm not sure we need new members. Okay, so for the C, developing and maintaining relationships with stakeholders. So the stakeholders now includes the donors, the volunteers, board members. The board, I mean the trustees, then friends in the community and other key individuals or groups that are important to Hope Journey. So these are the three rules for the rest of the three of us. Hey, sorry. These are the three rules for all of us. So we should come together as a team and do these three things: developing and implementing the vision, leading and managing the various teams and courses, and then developing and maintaining relationships. So as a leader, as a team leader, or as a member of the your friend is saying, the management, which is the operational team, you have the first as sorry as a leader, your first role, individual leader, is to lead your course or your team. So, for example, Docker's box. Next time when we go on the field, then someone is saying that we could use black rubber bag instead of brown paper bag. And I say we could use I was say the man sack near the common direct without washing it. You should be able to explain why we wash the clothes, why we bag them, and all those things. Like you are the leader, you are the one in charge of it. Yeah, it shouldn't be maybe the coordinator or someone else explaining it. Like you should own the position, like as yours. So subsection 2.3, the leader. The team leads also refers to as team leaders shall be elected by respective teams to represent them. So I think as time goes on, what will be done is that for this one, this is the inaugural team leaders group. So we can't do this because most of the teams are not from here. So it will not be practical to do that. So we use the alternatively that you'll be appointed by the coordinator with approval from the board. So to the best of my knowledge, the board of trustees are in the knowledge that we have a team like this. They agree, and we even have the chairman here, so we don't have any problem with that. So it's a bit constitutional. We are not doing something illegal, and the purpose of these bylaws, and which on Monday I'll talk about, and say we are 5 years, and so things should be done according to laid down procedures, and so these are the laid down procedures we'll be using. So these are the rules. The meeting is supposed to be 30 minutes. So any questions, rules of the group, our role. And before we go to the question side, I want to thank all of you for accepting this position. Like I think most of you have a lot of things you are doing. You have a lot on your plate, but you have accepted this thing to be part of the items on your table too. So thank you for accepting this. So any questions, any contributions, anything you think the operational team is supposed to do, operational team or the management team is supposed to do, you let us know. Hey, and I'm connecting a Makoda.
I just know the one come from.
Okay.
But very okay. So we going through. If there are other further things that we need to ask for clearance, I will let you know.
Okay. So I think if all of us have gone through the bylaws, then we are conversant with it. Yes. So we will move straight forward to the plan. The plan will present us with the opportunity to know what we are going to work on this year, and also it will help us to have a foreknowledge of what will be discussed tomorrow. Hey, we see tomorrow on Monday, 6 March, during the first quarter community meeting. So the purpose of the community meeting is supposed to bring everyone in the loop. It shouldn't be like some few people are working on something and others don't know what is going on. We are trying to use that one to also make sure that everyone knows what's going on, because they know they read, and so um, it's not like you knew behind any bonk man. Yeah, hotels, yeah, meetings, but it's just for the good, and also gives us updates on various things we are working on. So the plan, um we in January, the purpose was to do the restructuring and also do the plan, this plan. So um we first added new associates who qualify to be associates, people who qualify to be associates, people who have proven beyond doubt that they really love what we are doing. We added them, and we removed those who are just dormant, because lukewarm members normally kills organizations, so you have to prune them out. Then we did a constitutional review, and we were lucky enough to get someone to help us with it, and with the help of some of you here. It went through so many, it went through a very like vigorous process. So it's not like one person sat down and did the thing. So we had a consultant working on it for us, and then he brought it. We gave him feedback. He worked on it. We gave him another feedback, and so at the moment, the constitution is being reviewed, and hopefully, if the entire community agrees, then we approve and use it as a working document of the organization. Then we did a 2022 courses debriefing. Part of the debriefing, most of you have seen the various reports, the health reports. I think we will share it on Monday. Then financial reports. No, we've actually gone through the health reports. What happened on the field. Then the financial one too will be presented to the rest of everybody. You have access to it because you people are key members, and you should be privy to this info and correct errors, so that the organization is not disgraced. Then we created a board of trustees, and we were supposed to do all these things in January, but obviously we were not able to. So during the break in February, I disturbed some of you people by redoing this thing, creation of the trustees board, and then beginning of 101 planning to has started. Um, we've started the prelims of the 101. So in March, what we are going to do this March is we 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 we've started a preparation, confirmation of the venue. So far, we have two venues in mind. Either we go to Hillbury or Impact Hub in Osu. Personally, I'm pushing for Impact Hub. We need to go out of the mountains. We need to go out of Eastern region. Ghana is Accra. Forget. If you don't organize your programs there, you'll be stuck somewhere in your hometown. So we need to go out. Then we have to start sending invite to donors and other partners. We want to remodel the 101, so maybe the name crowd will change to Mission 101 or something, so that it will be a fundraiser, and also the evangelism part will be there. There will be training side too. So um, the invite will have to go out. Registration is supposed to begin, which I'm not sure it will at this time, because um, we've not confirmed venue and the date. And then this same March, okay. Then in April, we will start working on the proposed venue. So sending letter or request to the various venues. So we've requested for cost of the two venues. So far, the temporal price we have, um, I think one is 1,500 and one is about 10,000 cedis. So 10,000 cedis for Hillbury and 1,500 for Impata Abusu. So um,
10,000.
yes, please, Hillbury, their conference hall. So um, and there are so many complications with that. So me, I'm pushing for Impact Hub, and then the whole bags project will begin in May. So it normally starts with team initialization. So we know right now the team is quiet. Um, Obviously, or a program near we, so we are not supposed to be making noise like the group. So they are quiet and they are there. So you have to reinitialize them. I say computer also son for one. So I think that one Mary Ann will be on that. So in May, that's what we will do. We'll start if you'll be active, I be in a few group in near she'll be a or active and near the naka home. Um, I think Jack and Asamoah are working on getting us a new bag there and all those things. So which will affect pricing and design. So those things will reach actualization stage in May. Then in that same May, we are looking at rolling out ads. Unlike last year, we started in June. This year, um, we can start in May. Then in June, in order for the ad to look like something we are doing, and yes, we have to get the venue, and so the new destination search will begin. Proposed areas so far, um, we've gone to Central Region, so why not try Greater Accra? Other people are saying why not try something really interesting like a farm plains. So these are some of those things there. And then in July we will rain. Your hand is raised.
Yeah, you see, concerns were raised on these massive people. They were
Mm-hmm.
like, why not massive?
Yes. So some of these things it comes down to budget and finances. And another thing too is if we are going to Kumasi, I think the best solution, that someone brought in a proposal that he would want to organize one in Kumasi in our name, and it's some of those things too. The person needs to go through some vigorous exercise. The person needs to like you see the person should go through a training. You have to do serious investigation about the person. And it's not like we don't like Kumasi, but where majority is, and because it's just central region, you can see the total cost of expenses. So, Ashanti region, you can imagine, and we really want to force and go and do something basa basa. Like I say, because these things, the reason why these people are all attracted to what we are doing is that maybe we are doing something different from what everyone is doing. And it's because we try to do the best things we can afford. And so it would be better to do Yansoni and there in terms of venue and all those things rather than forcing ourselves to join the request parade. Then you go and do something because northern region anka it deserve your deal. So um we can look at this as a team if there is a proposal. Um, Someone even proposed a franchise method where like how other sister international organizations do Operation Christmas Child. What they do is you can only organize Operation Christmas Child if you have attended their training session. So maybe if you have attended Evangelism 101 or Missions 101, and if you have attended Xmas in a village before, you've worked closely with um, the rest of the teams, and yeah, Judy say be our born homodin, because you can't come and take our name and go and do something basa basa basa, because we have people in the group who have reputation. We have people who care more about their name. We have people who don't want anything black to stain Hope Jenny's name, and so um, we care about those things. And so and young people keep bringing it up. The Kumasi people keep bringing it up, especially the KNUST people. But okay, so now let's put it there. Um, we should go and sleep on it and bring suggestions. In our next meeting, we can suggest what we can do to that thing. So let's continue. Any other question? Okay, let's continue. Then in July, the destination announcement. So, like what we did last year, we got the destination. We did so many discussions about the destination. Then a month later, we knew we are going here, so we announced it in a nice way. And normally, what happens is after announcing the destination, it really affects the fundraising, and we funding and so like how the amounts are tricking in. Then at that same time, we will reboot the starter pack team. The starter pack team is an ad hoc team, so as and when we need them, then we call on them. So they are ambulatory. So we will reboot the team in July, and then because the project is in August, and it's not a major project, and it can be organized in a month. And this year, as to if we are going back to um that Degua school or any other place, or how we are going to do it, I think this important group will decide on that, what we will do. But I think for now, I'm sure it will be in that Degua, using Hope Journey traditions and how we've been doing things. And then in September, we will intensify the bag arts. Then we'll start working on Docker's box, the clothing project. So announcements of the box issues. Okay, Docker's box announcement. And then we'll organize prayer hangouts. Um, for the prayer hangouts, where it will be facing is still tentative. We are not sure of where we will place it. Last year, someone suggested that we intensify the prayer life of the organization. So um, we are bringing prayer hangouts out. We are bringing prayer hangouts back, and this time around it's going to be online based, um, and so we entreat people to join. Then we will, in October, we will do the free Bible distribution and house to house evangelism, all things being equal. But I think the 101 date, the 101 2 is supposed to be in October. So I don't know. I don't know how we are going to go about that. So, but we have a problem. The reason why someone was asking me why we've not been doing the free Bibles distribution, it's because we are out of stock. And yes, be evangelism say we don't want to go and share Bibles, but we are out of stock. We need the Bibles, and someone promised us Bibles last year, but then unfortunately he was unable to deliver. So we are out of stock in terms of Bibles. And then um, in November we finalize the collection. So this year we will finish everything in November. In fact, yeah, in fact, clothes it should be enter December. And also, I'm sure when we start working on the bag thing too, the bag timelines for the bag too, I'm sure it will end in November. The idea of still working in December, no, we are trying to stop that because yesterday we saw tremendous improvement in a lot of things when we finished everything in November. So we will do our best to make sure by November the bags are ready, the clothes and the bags are ready, and then December everything will be focused on the main event, the Xmas in a village. So this is the proposed, let's say, a draft of the plan. Yes, which is very editable. I am sharing the link with all of you in case will be per se or editor, and I'll suggest the editor. So I think the link has already been shared. So those who have suggestions and I think some people have suggested. So I can see a what's name there. So it's the link is in the group now. After the program, you can do your edit if you want. But if there is something too you want us to discuss about the planner, and please bring it on board. There is something you don't understand. There is something you think we can do, we should do, we must do, we have to do. And you can bring it so that we can um, work on this thing, this project, and make it successful. Like because this is the skeleton for the whole thing, the backbone of what we are doing. So if we don't get this thing right, we'll get everything wrong, and then we'll be presenting this thing to the rest of the community on Monday. And so, squad, bring your ideas on board. Um, Obi Pijani Sana, so Rachel, Rain, Etimu, Mary Ann, Watson, please bring your suggestions. Then,
Hi, okay. I have a
yes,
question.
okay,
I mean, aside from these projects, I can see these are already existing projects that we have. Are we thinking of bringing on any new projects, or we're going to stick to these for something?
oh, okay. So, um, there is a reason why we've not added any new projects. It's a bit intentional. At the beginning, we used to add new projects every year. So most of these projects you are seeing, I think we first started with just distribution of clothes and items to people. Then it became Xmas in a village. Then we did the 101 to be a training session and also a gathering. Then we did house to house. Then we kept adding. Then we realized that the calendar is becoming too packed, and people are growing and people are getting involved in other things. And we added another project, the Cassock Way. So, from experience, what happened was it flopped. We've had other projects, it wasn't successful. So, I think we had a meeting. We had a meeting maybe 2019 January, if I remember. And we decided to stick to or we stick to this, and we were sticking to this because we wanted to perfect the thing, have a laid down procedure for everything, so that we understand what we are doing. Then COVID struck in 2022, Then we rebooted everything in 2021 or 2021. Yeah, 2021 we went to Inchenwa. Yeah, then we rebooted it. So 2021 we didn't even have a full year event. We just did Xmas and 1-1. Oh yeah. So we are sort of in a rebooting stage. Yes, it's been long, but one thing I've realized is sticking to very few things and doing it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just had an idea.
Okay.
Do you think it will be too much to add? Probably getting this is an idea.
Okay. You are supposed to bring ideas on board. So
Getting I mean food bags for the parents of the kids you're giving them. You know, sometimes
mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I mean it's Christmas and all of that. But would it be? I don't know if we can fund it, but getting like maybe if not like the 5 kg of rice, like is it 2 kg or something? Maybe a bottle of oil, tomatoes too or something, and then into packs for the parents. Or for like I mean each household because when the child I mean yeah for parents or households.
Okay.
Do you think it's feasible?
She's asking us, so do we think it's feasible? Hey, and I'm confused. My connecting and my data. You Paul. We want to hear your voice. Okay. Good evening.
Okay, I think it's a cool idea. So I think we can only implement it when we have enough money. So we can note it down and pray that we're able to meet the targeted bags for the year and the transportation and other things are taken care of. So when we have extra money, I think we can equally do that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just asking like, so roughly, if we want to do that, how much do you think? Okay, I know it would depend on the number of parents and all.
So,
like roughly, how much do you think will be enough for that project, like that particular follow-up project? Do you think it will cost like 10,000? I mean, 10,000 is definitely too much.
Yeah, it should cost more than that.
I mean, more than you're gonna buy the things in boxes.
A more board, you know,
Yes.
rise the
Like,
cost.
it will definitely cost more than 10K. I don't think, but fine. I don't know where we are going to, but I don't know the number of. Do we have a specified number of people we are meeting this year, or like wherever we go to, the number there, that is what we got into?
Yeah, so what we do is it depends on the town. So if you go to a town and they have 5 people as inhabitants, we'll do that thing as targeted as 5 people. If you have 1,000 people in a village, you do something targeted at 1,000 people. So it will depend on the numbers. And if you do cost per unit per one, let's say per one, I have a name for the project already. Let's say one 5 loaves pack. If you have 1 5 loads, let's say it costs 5 kg rice. Is it patron more shops near there now?
5 kg rice.
Saying
I cannot 5 kg rice.
Okay.
2 kg.
Odia maminko Gigi na menkoshe. So your friend is saying the pack, you should know what will be in the pack. Then what will be in the pack?
Yeah, so like
you have
if anything, 2 tomatoes maybe in kids only 2 and maybe medium size 2, and then a 2 kg pack of rice 1. Then I mean it's just a token, right? And then oil, bottle of oil. Like maybe a medium sized oil will be.
Okay, so with that, like what they give to NSS personnel during Christmas. So
Did you really have to say that?
So
yeah,
I think I'm still trying to find a price, but I'm looking at what I'm seeing right now. No? It will be very expensive.
To the tune of like $5,000 each.
Unless wow top sack of rice, maybe I could to Jimmy. Me who some nice rubber do na ebi a wose se busa rubber ni.
Is that also not possible?
Yeah, but no
So not
no
not
cry
like
no.
2 Jimmy, not like 2 Jimmy anyway.
And
But
with that one, are you going to still cook for them?
no
Because
no 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 like no. Ah
we used to do the rice thing for them because of that. Because we realized that yes, I'm paying for now mobile. So if you remember from Akwekupum, we used to. So Bunkwa, for instance, they had the jollof thing, and unfortunately, COVID struck.
oh
So because
it's
COVID came, it's really COVID affected our funds. We in January the money didn't come as compared to Bunkwa number 1 and 2 and um Dwendwen Badze. So if your analysis, I'm trying to work on some graph B. So if on Monday, if it's ready, I'll present it. You can see the growth that um things were really very well during Bonkua, but then the moment COVID came, now things tanked, and so you don't know whether you can still do the right thing or you cannot do. But for now, I think looking at our financial status, we can't for now.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Right. I would okay,
Unless
what
we are
yes.
able to get some serious funding. We there if we get a serious funding, we know nice things. We like nice things, and we can do nice
Okay.
things. So
Okay.
if we get it, we can do it. But if we don't have it, we can't.
Right. Okay. So
It shall be why. Um, what else? Please, any other contribution, question, suggestion? So something this food thing has brought something. I think I've written somewhere, but I mean, Kai Bibiero. So we will have to. I think one thing we can work on this year, as part of the Xmas in the villages, and improving the food. So um, we want the food thing to be also a standalone course on its own. So okay, it's in the handbook. It's rather the handbook. So um, we can we can do that one too as a standalone course. So um unlike say the day before the event near frame call for na we those things you know, we can actually um work on that the food thing too. So we this year I think it'll be one of the projects personally I will focus on 5 loops. That's what we are calling it, 5 loops. So we are introducing a new course. This is it. So Marianne, we have a new course. So it will be focused on
right. Five
feeding.
loaves. No. What is it? Is that the new name for the food?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Based on the
Can you say
scriptural story, the young boy who gave 5 loaves of bread and two
okay, so
fishes.
can you say how different is it going to be from what we've been doing?
How different?
Yeah.
So we realize that mostly we don't give attention to the food part of it, like the feeding side of it. So last year we were stranded. Yes, and we first didn't know what to give. We also didn't even know what we wanted to do for them. Like so, I said we don't pay attention to it. Maybe it's because personally me when I'm organizing events, I don't really stress myself with events part of food part of it. I let other people work on it. So this year I think we have to do that because it do baby na feel last minute then we have to go and get them there. the ice cream, the chocolate thing. But if you have a dedicated team, group of people who are working on 5 loops, they know that the whole year or the whole December, what they are working on is trying to help the needy by giving them something nice to eat on 26th. So the way we have the Dockers box, which is about the clothes, and this one is just about food. So at least it will give us the opportunity to maybe cook something better, do something nice, or like yeah. So it's just an improvement on what we've been doing every year. That's all. Not like new, but then an improvement. So Marianne, are we on the same page?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so if Anka you are not in charge of the bags, give you are the best shall combat. You have the bag, so yeah.
I mean,
So
I don't know, but I might start working this year. So, not like I might. I will start working this year, so it will be a bit way, but whatever it is, I'll try my best to be.
okay, so we are also trying to make things flexible for all of us. So
Okay.
for example, this meeting was supposed to last for 30 minutes, but in a month meeting actually. Another thing too is that the group is there. So if you wake up at dawn, maybe a message or night, you think you can reply, you can reply. Like we should be working. It's an online something, so anytime you can reply, contribute to conversations, and we most of the positions overlaps each other. You get it? That's what I say because, for example, when you are running the bag team, you will mostly be um on a normal day you are mostly supposed to be in charge of everything bag, then all the things concerning the bag, but someone else too is working on the stationery for you, you see. So you work closely with him. I don't know why he wasn't able to join the meeting, but he said he would join. So Asamoah will be working on that for, and so yeah, if Oshana why busy kaka waka in PMs, then he will take over. The same
Okay.
way the person working on a friend is saying evangelism and missions is also working closely with um the one doing diary. So maybe diary, if diary is unable to do the diary, if they will own team, she can consult the person doing the one in charge of evangelism and its related courses, and he is ever ready to do the diary for the week. So we are trying our best to like make it something like that. People will be assisting each other, and if 70 million baby so a day, me a day, like I'll be able to help. So because everyone is working here, everyone is those schooling too are schooling very hard here. So um we still want to do this because
Yeah.
elsewhere people do very important tasks but they get time to do these things, but as a young man who had here, we are unable to do that, and it's also one of the things we want to change with our organization. Yeah, so at
I'm
least
just
young people get to work on projects like this. So um, let's all bring our hands on deck. I'm very
I'm
excited.
just
Like, I'm very excited about how things are going, and let's keep it up.
okay. So I was just trying to give a heads up because I was actually really like
We
I don't
here.
know how busy I'll be. I know I'll be busy, very busy, and I have to take care of my little ones. So in case that time comes and I'm not able to, I mean I'll try my possible best, but
Okay.
maybe I might need some help from some people. Like I mean, we just spoke about it. So
Okay.
I think that is
Okay. So I think we've been able to exhaust the agenda list, and we are at AOBs. Any other thing someone wants to say? Any any other thing? Pacho Obi will be your person at the bar. Then, if you have something you want to say, okay. So, um, I think one thing I will say is we the plan no, it keeps changing, the plan thing no. So we all have to be checking often, but mostly sometimes when I do the changes, even when me baba dad, I share it, and sometimes I add the updates, but sometimes too, I forget and I don't add them. So let's keep checking them often and suggest ideas. That's how every good thing is done. Like, people share ideas, people bring their contributions. I'm not we a friend is saying obi like me enye me nkwana like nyansa nya wo team. You understand? I respect each and every one of you here. I believe you all have skills and special things you people bring on board. There are so many things I'm unable to do. Some of you do it for us. Um, because I'm a human being, so um, I also have my limitations, and so we have to complement each other. Um, if there is something you think it's not going right, you can write it in a group. You can DM me, and so that we work on this thing and make things better. Then another AOB two is an OB AOB for. Um, some of you I have your meals, but some of you I don't have your meals. So sometimes after working on something, I normally share it with those I have their meals or do. So we are moving gradually from the WhatsApp thing. You understand? We want to move into the um workspace thing, like because the WhatsApp thing has been a problem. Because if you lose your WhatsApp, then everything goes. And as an online community, you shouldn't rely on a productivity tool that has a feature of losing messages. Like, it's they don't consider it as a bug; they consider it as a feature. So we can't rely on it often, and so um, to improve it, we will start sending mails on some of these things. So um, I'll create a mail list in the group. You copy and add yours. Um, an email you think you are comfortable with sharing with us. If not, Hope Jenny has a corporate mail thing which is available, which has been lying down for 5 years. You've not been using it. We can create corporate mail for all of you. Your name at hopejourney.org. If you want that one too, we can use that one. But we want to improve on our culture by bringing these things so that we can be working on things on our computers instead of on our phones. And also, phone will be cool now document. And so, if you use Google Docs, and so these are the tools we'll be using. Google Docs. Um, Unfortunately, when it comes to productivity, I'm Google bias. So Google Docs, Google Sheets, then Google Slides, and email. Mary Ann was suggesting the Slack, but me sure say obi o group about who crab join. I think last Wednesday I was trying to check if Obi are joining.
Please, I've done. Anambra.
Okay, many nipa mmienu join. Boatin and Mary Anna join. Many, I think so. If possible, download Slack on your iPhone. I don't know about Android users. I'm sorry, but then
Please, send
if
us triplets.
if you will have um, Slack on your Play Store, you can join. You download and you just click on the link to join, so that important documents can be shared over there. And also, so we will complement Google Workspace with the Slack, so that nneɛma bɛdi mu wɔ ho. Like we are growing as an organization. So this year, let's do our best to join the Slack. Okay, any other thing?
So actually, a friend wants to join Hope
And so
She's here.
a friend wants to join Hope Gen. So the person can join through you. You recommend a person. So you add the person via the friends. So
Am I an admin?
you used to be. So I don't know if this your line, your current line, it's an admin, but you used to be. So you add Rain. Can you make, or you don't know her username?
Oh, okay, I'm still an admin. So.
Okay, so
I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
okay, so you add the person, then you introduce the person. That's the first step. So join the meetings and other things she or he can join. Then
Okay.
if the person is able to show enough contribution and commitment to the course, the person becomes an associate based on recommendations from other associates, then approval from the operational team here. If you people agree, the executives here, if you people agree, then we add the person as part of maybe the next year and the next 2 years, somewhere ebe add your own. We try to limit some of these things because sometimes people join things or cast up a sort join up a sort join, so or join out and yes she no na or be dinner or can messages. So um it's step by step based on how the person needs to buy the then we'll be able to. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask a question.
Sorry. Charles, you are welcome. We are in the AOB stage. So I think for the Hope Journey plan, the day we were discussing the Hope Journey plan, maybe you were there, the first meeting for the year. So then the rules, we've discussed the rules for what we will do. What?
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
The dues, okay. The dues.
Mm-hmm.
What's dues? What's the dues for a member, like friends of us, friends of Hope Journey?
So the dues thing, it keeps coming, but the answer has been one. We've not cancelled the dues, but I think it used to be 10 CDs every month. It's 10 CDs every month, but there is a reason why we don't.
She asked about Friends of Hope Journey. They don't pay this.
Okay, Friends of Hope Journey don't pay dues. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They don't pay dues. They don't pay dues.
Dues need them. I've never.
But the reason why we don't stress anyone with the dues is we you people give more than you are supposed to give in terms of dues. You understand? So if someone is paying 400 CDs for a project, some people even exceeded 2,000. Then you are coming to worry the person with 120 CDs. So it's just something which is there, but we don't announce come and pay your dues like we just let it slide. Maybe our 120 the episode here we did.
Oh no, but if everybody's not paying, then like one thing. I mean, I don't know, but if we are paying, we should pay. If we are relegated to them, fine. But if we are late to pay, because of course.
Okay. So.
We also serve as funds for preliminary operations and all of that. So but I mean, imagine saying one person just pays the 120 for the whole. So that's what we have to do.
Yeah. And another thing too is we didn't want to. It was intentional. We didn't want to become another. You see, a lot of people join so many Christian groups, and we just didn't want to become another organization they have joined. Now it has become a burden on them. You see, most of these groups you join and I feel now that is kasem and now beto t-shirt or china will be my mere tight you can be say just say
Exactly.
so many troubles. You see, it's becoming like Christian groups mostly focus on getting money from their members. So we rather wanted people to bring their skills and their ideas on board rather than stressing people to um, give more money. And because when we do fundraising we get money, like people
Yeah.
contribute. So we just
Okay.
didn't want to become another.
Thank you.
uh, okay, so one last AOB, we have an upcoming funeral, and it's on 26th this month. It's a Sunday in Ensawam. So all who would want to go, no, we will announce it again during the community meeting, but all who would want to go.
Okay, please. I'm sorry. I know I saw some announcement, but can you remind me?
What's that?
I know I saw some. Did you post any flyer or
Yes,
something?
we posted, Rain posted announcement on it, and for funerals, we are yet to come up with a policy for those things, funerals and weddings, because now suddenly we are grown and people are getting married and we are losing our parents too. So and very soon people will be giving birth. So some
I
of
have
those
already
things.
given birth, so I'm waiting for my birthday.
And so we will have to work on those things. So it's part of the reasons why we created the welfare um yeah position, so
When
that
you create it, backdate it though, because I'm married, I'm giving birth. You are owing me.
yeah they can. Okay, so we 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 are supposed to show up for our brothers and sisters when they are having life events. So you can add your friend is saying the 26th thing to your plans. If you want to make any contributions, you make it through the Hope Journey official line, and then you inform Benis or Rain. So Benis is in charge of welfare, so you inform Benis. Then
So the it's probably going to give him some.
yes, every funeral we've been to, we give him sour.
Okay, so is that money coming from the money already in the pocket, or
For now, there's nothing in the coffers. So
that means we need
uh-huh.
to make some contributions?
Yes, so we will make contributions for it. Um, that's why I'm announcing it, so that just that it's not like a dear kitty kitty we be if your friend is saying the
Okay.
time it do we have a board of trustees who can redeem us, and we also have people we can fall on. So it's a big deal, not a big deal. So it's something like we can sort it out. So
Okay, so okay, I know that we are all dealing with different financial problems, right?
mm-hmm.
But you just mentioned that there's nothing in the coffers. That means that, I mean, yes, when we contribute, we get more money. But then I think I'm suggesting that we probably maybe pay the dues so that, I mean, some errands, I mean, those need to run around for errands, with them for schools, I mean, all these things. At least those monies can take care of. But I'm sure that if we need to go and for Hope Journey, you use your own money.
Is
We
it?
don't want to refund, right?
Is it?
I
So
said that I'm
mm-hmm.
sure that right now, if you need to go and do something, or anybody needs to go and do something for Hope Journey, they'll use their own money, which will not be refunded by Hope Journey, right? So maybe they
Oh,
use.
we people prefer nice things, and we give their monies to them.
So
Oh,
now that there's
when
no money in the coffers, how are
mm-hmm.
you give their money to them?
Oh, it will come. Don't worry.
Okay, and no, I understand that as
Yeah,
if we
we
are doing
we,
the
we
task.
pay back. If your friend is saying, okay, um, it, it's in the other group. Okay, so during, for example, during the last year event planning and the execution, there were moments where we had zero in the account. Although we were raising funds, we had zero in the account, and Jack was supposed to go and pick bag, and he had to pre-finance it himself. And then the money comes, then we just give his money to him. For example, when we were going to Cape Coast, we had nothing in the account. Then someone gave a donation so that we can use it too. So it, it's not like it's a problem, but not a problem
So
because
if we are
we.
trying to do hope journey, I mean, if we're trying to, I mean, hope journey is rented everything. So if you're trying to, I mean,
Mhm.
go like someone, what if the person does not have, or maybe what if that person to that money is similar to the person to finances?
Oh.
Then you take time to give the
Mhm.
person that money back and all of that. Mixing people's personal monies with hope journeys, you know?
Mixing people's money, like how?
I have to refinance with my money before you come and give it to me. I mean, that's not because so right now, if once someone refinances and then the person
Mhm.
doesn't have the money, the person needs it immediately. That means you use your money to pay, and then when you take this money comes, I mean, they give it to you. I mean, so why don't we just try and see if we can set up a deal or something? I mean, we can
Oh,
revive
the
it or
deuce is there. Oh.
something.
Just that there is a reason
So
why
like,
we are not.
you're not
Mhm.
enforcing it.
Okay, guys, what do you think? She's bringing a suggestion. What do you think? Any contributions to this thing? Because it's not broken, so I'm not sure. I don't think we have to fix it if it's not broken. But she also thinks it's broken, so we need to fix it. So, what do you think? Bring your ideas on board. How we should go about this issue.
As you were saying, I don't really see the issue because if we have financial problems that are bigger than this operational group, the board of trustees will step in.
Yeah.
And we don't want to make it seem like you need to have money to be part of Hope Journey. So we have deals that we pay. If you want to pay, you can pay. But if you are incapable, we will not push it because we value your dedication over your money. So financial issues should not be a problem. The sense that without the deals, we will not be able to meet our obligations. We are here to help.
Okay.
Yeah, so now Hope Jenny is like that rich kid that you can call on your dad when you. So I think as a when there is emergency, we have people who can sort us out. Seriously, there are people who are ready to help anytime. Like some people normally even say it, and if be any mama something like so. I think the current system is okay. Seriously, I personally, I just don't like that idea. Ubohuna yet first camera. I said, is it like the main reason we are doing this thing is to get money? Like so people normally leave groups because of that. So
Okay.
okay, so any other AOBs, AOBs. Yeah. So um we will bring the meeting to an end. God bless you for donating your time. Time is a very important resource. You you gave us this evening, and so God bless you. And let's keep working on this thing. Let's bring our strength, ideas, everything we can bring on board to make this year's events very successful. And recently, oh, I forgot to tell you, we received a thank you message from the school again. The that they go, they are very appreciative of what we did, and so people really enjoy what we do. People benefit from what we do, and so to some extent, some people depend on it. So um, the diary like this, in Yabobes and nine and buyer, you can see people want the devotional. So um, let's keep working hard and God bless you. But you will be more the back hard, and if not, then we bring this meeting to an end. So the meeting will be hosted online. Um, just that it won't be it will be private. So um, that's one new policy we are bringing, so that all who did not get the chance to join the meeting can relive the meeting. So thank you so much again. God bless you. Have a good night. Hey, Yamon Pai. Please, someone should pray. Like someone should pray.
Shall we pray? Lord, we thank you so much for such a successful meeting. We pray that you give us more wisdom to be able to carry out this task to your glory alone. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Hey, most I'm going. Okay, me, I'm going.